And your ancestors were here way before the Europeans colonized there.
Right. And they had a different name for this place too.
Yes, they had a different name for everything before the Louisiana Purchase in 17. But I'm saying, like, everything before that was even, it was all one. Louisiana went all the way up. Morocco was over here. Everything was over here.
Who told you Morocco was over here?
It's in the Museum of St. Louis. They have it already before this declaration was even signed for the Louisiana Purchase.
Talking about Morocco and Africa was over.
Yeah, before it was even discovered, it was because Morocco was discovered in 1965.
Slovakia. Morocco just means land of black. Who are you according to the scripture?
I know I'm not black, I know I'm not white.
Exactly. But do you know exactly who you are according to the Bible? What's your nationality?
Well, if you go based on European,
Yeah.
Puerto Rican, Mexican.
What's your father?
My father,
Puerto Rican.
He's Mexican as well.
Okay.
Not white.
So your father's Mexican? What's his father?
It's his father. His father's Mexican. That's
Can I
what
tell you my nationality?
Hold on. Talk to the brother real quick. All right. What deal with your two little sister? You gotta stop eating that pork right there.
I like it.
Yeah, but you gonna go to hell for that pork.
We're not meant to eat.
Not at all.
She's like, what did I just walk into? Right.
Anyway,
Take my pork.
according to the scriptures, you from the tribe of Issachar, brother. Yeah,
I'm
And this car means to hire reward because
I'm meant to the Moorish community. So
What does more mean? What does more mean?
that's what I'm getting at. I'm not fully educated on this thing. But I already I have.
You got a Northern Kingdom on fly? Let me get that real quick. Sister, come here. Mira.
Yeah, well,
Ven pa' acá.
And they were also the people that congregated that also went to college places, sat there and taught other people other lessons.
Mi hermana. Here, I want to give you something. It talks about who you are according to the Bible, sis. Read it when you get a chance. You know, and talk to God, man. Have him open up and, bring you some understanding and stuff, all right?
Yeah.
Have a good night. You're welcome.
Technically, because if somebody from Pakistan was born over here, they're not Pakistani American.
But you're not even American either, because America was named after a white man named Amerigo Vespucci.
and your ancestors were here way before the Europeans colonized there.
Right. And they had a different name for this place too.
Yes, they had a different name for everything before the Louisiana Purchase in 17. But I'm saying, like, everything before that was even, it was all one. Louisiana went all the way up. Morocco was over here. Everything was over here.
Who told you Morocco was over here?
It's in the Museum of St. Louis. They have it already before this declaration was even signed for the Louisiana Purchase.
Talking about Morocco and Africa was over.
Yeah, before it was even discovered, it was because Morocco was discovered in 1965.
Slovakia. Morocco just means land of black too.
But what I'm saying is that our land was this was our land already too.
We know
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
but
yeah.
where-
So not
where
them,
you-
but that's
where
what
you
I'm
getting
saying.
that it's
So the
Morocco
people that were
from? Hold on,
already-
time out. Where are you getting that it's Morocco from? Morocco just means land of black. Just like over there, it means land of black. Morocco. More is black, you know? So that's not even your nationality either. You understand what I'm saying?
But you're called.
It's another title that somebody else has given to you, meaning black. You are one of the children of Israel. You come from Jacob. Jacob, that's in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? That's who we are. We are the true Jews and Israelites. So even though you're given this title as Moor or black, you are an Israelite whose skin complexion, meaning black, is dark. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, black doesn't mean dark. Black means the absence of
If
color.
you are black unto the ground, you are dark unto the ground. That means you are the darkest of the browns. It doesn't mean absent of color because black has color.
That's not necessarily true because any artist will tell you that black has every color in it. Every color is black. That's the only color that's the only color that.
I'm sorry, I know what you say. I said black was the absence of color. I meant white was the absence of color. Black was, that's not
Okay, right.
The reason why we're telling you this is that you know, as Israelites, we have a responsibility to uphold the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's the whole point of this whole thing, is that before any nationality was created, the Israelites were here. That was the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that populated all of this country. And the so-called European came over here and enslaved us, obviously, and taught us all these different nationalities that are not even us. So the whole point is that we wanted you to come back to the Most High and follow the law, statutes, and commandments, because that's what they were doing when they were here.
Explain the reason for all of that was because we went away from our God and we decided we wanted to do our own thing. We wanted to become Moors. We wanted to study Islam. We wanted to study Buddhism. We wanted to do all these other things that our Most High God said that we should not do. We should follow His laws, His statutes, and His commandments. And because we didn't do that, He sent them to do that to us as a punishment.
Yeah.
So
but there's a chance for redemption for us.
So you're saying there's a problem with Moors being more understanding of other religions, knowing that all religions are based
No,
on
we're not saying that. We're not saying there's a problem with it. What we're saying is that it's not who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
That's what I'm saying.
understand.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I know that.
Okay.
But the Bible
That's
says
all we
there's
want to know.
one God, one faith, one
Yeah.
baptism. And the Moors subscribe to different gods. They subscribe to Allah, the God of the Muslims. They subscribe to the God of the Bible, or Yahweh. There's only one God, so there's confusion.
They also subscribe to Isis, saying that she is the mother goddess when man and female was made in the Most High's image from the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? Let me get a scripture for you, and I'm going to show you who you are according to the Bible. It says your father is from...
Issachar.
Hold on, we're gonna pull out one real quick.
One real quick.
All right, I'm gonna read Genesis 49, verse 15, and it says, Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens.
I wanted to
and
tell
he saw
Homegirl
the
about
rest
the
was
stone.
good,
You wanna go tell
and
her
the
about the
land
stone?
that it was pleasant, and he bowed his shoulder to
No,
bear, and
I got
became
this.
a servant unto tribute. Now, if you look around this country, right, you see all these Mexicans, right? They the
She has
hardest
the stone
working
in her
people that you'll
hand.
ever see working
Wanted to go
all
tell her about
around
it.
Wherever they at, they the most hardest worker. They working in the fields, they working at McDee's, they working and doing all the punch-out work out of all these construction sites. They are a servant unto tribute. And that's what your lineage is of these people. And this is what will befall them in the last days, according to Genesis 49, that they will be a servant unto tribute. So that's, you can't even deny that. I know you see that in itself. You know, if you walk around here, you see them being a servant unto tribute. They doing all the jobs that nobody else wants to do.
We work in every restaurant, we work on every farm, all the food that we get in all these grocery stores, and we get no respect for it. You know? Trump wants to say that they're criminals and this, that, and the other, and he wants to put you out of the country. Even though you guys are the backbone of this country. What's the hardest working animal? Moro. What an ass.
This is the KJV 1611. This is the original Bible. You get any of those other Bibles? They're remixes. The 1611 KJV.
Yeah. It was authorized by who was not a white man, he was a black man.
That's right.
The last black king.
That's right.
It's a lot of your people left archaeology behind too that was written in Hebrew, because before the white man came here and kicked you guys out of this area, you guys lived in Mexico. This is the Los Lunas Decalogue stuff that's found in New
Just
Mexico.
different frequencies.
It's okay.
Right, and this is the Ten Commandments written in Hebrew. So this is by the indigenous people of the Americas. We also recognize the Native Americans as part of the last 10 tribes of Israel also, as they look at archaeology. That's written in Hebrew. So how did they know
Give it to
Hebrew if their origin wasn't from Israel?
Exactly.
Because think about it.
Thank you, brother.
Because you don't believe in the Bering Strait, where indigenous people walked over from Russia to Alaska to do it Americans. Now, according to the Bible, 2 Ezra 13, you guys came to the Americas by ships. And I got it in the flyer that I gave you. It says, let me read this real quick. It says, these are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea, king of Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria. This is in the Bible, they don't teach you this. Led away captive, and he carried them over the waters. They came into another land, but they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, which is the Americas, that they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by a narrow passage of the rivers. You know where the Euphrates is at? It's in the Middle East, so around Iraq, modern day Iraq today. They sailed from Iraq around Africa to the Americas. And for the Most High, then showed them signs for them, and hell stilled the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. So it took half a year to sail from Euphrates River, which is around Iraq, around Africa to the Americas. And then they dwelt there until the latter time, so until this day. So that's how your ancestors came to Americas.
I'm sure they got plenty of archaeology. They just never showed us that stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff that hasn't been shown.
Yeah.
Like when I was talking back to the Louisiana Purchase that happened in the earlier time of this period. It says it, when I look at, if you look it up, it says a purchase that's been created with secrecy. But what is the secret?
Yeah.
What exactly are they trying to keep from us? I mean, I'm into it. I watch Shabir Bay.
It seems like you're into learning, man. You
Yeah.
should come maybe on one of these Sabbaths. We do classes at his house. We talk about the word and we talk about this right here, what we're talking about right now. We try to figure out, you know, who we are and what, you know, how we end up being this way and where we're at and stuff like that. You might be interested in some of the conversations that we have.
Well, my Rashim.
Rashim?
Yeah, I'm Yakanan, bro. Pleasure to meet you, bro.
Big, nice to meet you.
And Abiyah.
What's your name, bro? Excuse me?
I think on the flyers, does it have our information on there, like a number?
Yeah, this is
There's a Facebook page.
and I want to leave you my number too.
There you go.
Are y'all familiar with Shabir Bay?
Yeah, I heard of him and Taj Tariq Bey.
Yeah,
and all
Taj
that.
Tariq
Yeah, we
Bey
can build from
and
there.
Frank Burrell. I'm enrolled into the School of Mental Magic on University.
Mental magic.
Yes, Mental Magic on University. It's not magic. Like, you could do this. It's mental magic. You learn about yourself. You learn the stuff that you mentally and spiritually and do and stuff like that.
Yeah, hit us up, man. Come through, man. It'd be nice to have you.
All right, take care.
All right, brother. Take care.
It's crazy because I just met some Christians and I had to tell them, like, yeah, I know what the word Jesus Christ means. It means a conscience. And people was
We'll talk. Take care, brother.
Thank
Yep.
you, man. Thank you for your time, bro.
All right. So when we get him into the crib, then we can start breaking down all that nonsense that he knows. You know, the goal is to plant that seed. Now we can bring him in, have him in, you know, and talk more and kind of go deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Moors. They get caught up in every doctrine of wind. The Bible constantly says there's one God, which is Yahweh.
That's right.
All kinds of gods.
Yeah, only one Elohim.
And that's all we're out here around the streets to give our people a direction to show them the true way, because we know that Yahweh is the way, the truth, and the light.
That's right.
No one else.
Khan.